Good afternoon and a very warm welcome. I'm Kritsween Walia.
And I'm Swati Joshi. Let's get you updates from West Bengal first. BJP supporters from across West Bengal are in Kolkata to participate in the Nabanna Cholo Abhiyan. And in fact, clashes have broken out. We're also being told now that some BJP leaders, including Suvendu Adhikari, have been detained.
So yes, we do see the war of words escalating from both sides, and yes, a lot of drama really unfolding on ground. Now the plan is that 3 rallies that will be led by top BJP leaders in West Bengal will finally converge, and thereafter the Karyakartas will move towards Nabanna, that is the state secretariat. Let me first up, before we go across to Tamal, put out the reaction coming in from Suvendu Adhikari, who also has been detained in the latest.
আপনি তো অ্যারেস্ট ডিক্লেয়ার করেছেন, আপনি আমার গায়ে হাত দিয়েছেন, আর দেবে না, যা করেছে ঠিক আছে। আমি ইনস্ট্রাকশন দিলাম আপনার সামনে, কেন ও গায়ে হাত দেবে কেন? আমার কেন হাত দেবেন? আপনি হাত দেবেন না, লেডি কেন গায়ে হাত দেবেন? লেডি পুলিশ হয়ে নো নো পুলিশের তো পুলিশ দাদা, নো লেডি জেন্টস হয় না, ঠিক আছে, ছবিগুলো থাকলো, থাকলো, হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে, থাকলো থাকলো।
We have Tamal joining us in the broadcast. Tamal, can you tell us what was Suvendu Adhikari saying during that confrontation?
Well, Suvendu Adhikari initially wanted to offer that he be allowed to take a bike and go alone to states, to Satragachi, from where he wanted to lead a rally, but of course he was not allowed. He was in Kolkata at his New Alipur residence. He had given a statement to media over there, and thereafter when he started moving towards Howrah, of course he could not. He was stopped and on the expected lines, because police have literally cut off all the arterial connections, be it the Howrah Bridge or Hooghly Bridge connecting Howrah with Kolkata. And as he approached towards Howrah, he was stopped and then detained. He was put into a police vehicle and taken to the police headquarters. But then, having said that, it really not absolved the entire situation of tension which had been building up, because there are BJP workers who are expected to come down here at Howrah Maidan, and that's the reason there is massive bandobast out here. Minded, all along we have been saying 3 rallies were supposed to converge, 3 rallies were supposed to move towards the state secretariat. One was from Satragachi to be led by Suvendu Adhikari. Now that Suvendu Adhikari has been arrested, quote unquote, you know what happens to the rally, we have to wait and see whether people assemble there and then disperse on their own. Again, a question we cannot really respond to. Then you have a rally which is expected to come here to be led by Shukanta Mojumdar, which is Howrah Maidan, where from we are reporting from. And then you have then you have College Street, from where Dilip Ghosh is expected to lead up rally and again come towards Howrah, Howrah Bridge. So all these 3 points are seen to be extremely significant. This seems like the most important one. And there is massive bandobast done. Suvendu Adhikari has been detained. Police say that it is a preventive arrest that they have shown. Then you have Locket, who is a member of parliament of BJP, who too has been detained. And there are several BJP workers who have also been taken into preventive custody just to ensure that no law and order situation happens. But as far as this particular spot is concerned, as you can see, if I just calm myself down for a second, you get to hear the sound of BJP workers assembling and the miking which is happening possibly 100 meters away from here. And these BJP workers who are assembling here will then march towards the state secretariat, at least make an attempt, and that's where they would want to stop. That's where they would be stopped. Here is the point where they would be stopped. There is massive bandobast out here. There are multiple level of barricading which had been done, and over here, you have several senior police officers who are deployed, starting from this the commissioner of Howrah. Then you have you have other senior police officers, DIG rank officers who have all been assembled, deployed out here, police people in their combat gear, just to ensure that if there is any kind of an aggression from the other side, that can be controlled. So at this point in time, yes, these are the barricades which are essentially, these are the barricades which are essentially separating the road leading to the state secretariat Nabanna and the BJP workers who are expected to come here. Now, this particular area is the point where people will be allowed to assemble, and 200 meters have been given as a provisional scope to protest and to register their protest. At this point in time, the BJP workers have started assembling at Howrah, and they will be moving down here. Now, in the past, you have seen that such confrontation had often become extremely ugly and violent, and such preparations have been done, fearing or having such apprehensions in mind. You have one water cannon onto my left, you have another water cannon onto my right, you have the third water cannon over there. And if I can recall last time what happened when Tejasvi Surya had come down here and other BJP leaders had come down for a law violation, these water cannons had actually fired colored water, and that was extremely controversial. BJP had suggested that water, some chemical mixed in the water had been fired on them, and people had suffered some amount of physical ailment for that, something that has been dismissed by the state police, by Kolkata police. So at this point in time, yes, as you see, massive bandobast been done on my both sides. You have police forces, senior police officials, all in their combat gear, just to ensure that they have their dominance on this particular road, and so that any kind of aggression coming in from the other side can be thwarted. Sorry, हाँ सर वही सारी रहता है अभी. All right, so they are saying that media has to move the other side, but we will be here because we want to give you the first visual and the first sense what really unfolds on the ground. Now, before I toss it back to you, just to explain the barricading one more time, we have been showing you, if I can ask my camera person to zoom here, zoom over there on the tree trunk which have been literally hold on to the main road. The roads have been dug out and they have been fixed absolutely solid. They're giving first level of support to these barricades, and the entire engineering has been used to, in a way, bolt them like here. As you can see, I'll ask my camera person to focus here, bolt them here so that they can stay all together. And the first level of barricading then have the support of the second level of barricading, and more like a fortress, the entire road has been cordoned off. There are iron barricades which are then being fixed with such ladder-looking materials and engineering that you have always seen in bridges. You have these entire TMT bars which have been fixed on the main road, literally drilled and fixed into the main road, and they are giving solid grip to these barricading, and they also have a foothold strong enough to give you a grip, and also in a way to give strong resistance to the barricade if they face any kind of a challenge or any kind of an onslaught of any kind of aggression. So yes, media people have been asked to move the other side, but then you have got water cannons, you have deployment of police out here, all just to ensure that BJP workers are not allowed to breach this particular barricade and move towards the state secretariat. What is the state administration is saying? The state administration is saying that any state secretariat across the country, nothing exclusive to Bengal, every state secretariat in the country is of paramount importance. It's a high security zone. They come under section 144. Around such secretariats, demonstration and protests are not allowed, not in Bengal, not in Delhi, not anywhere. And that's exactly what they're trying to suggest, that a protest rally towards the state secretariat will not be allowed because it is a high security zone. Section 144 is imposed over there, and thus the permission has been denied to BJP's rally. BJP had been planning to do a protest rally, had been calling it a Nabanna march, for which they have been doing a lot of campaigns to draw attention, to draw focus, and at the same time and also to garner support. So it seems like there is some movement happening. There is some movement happening, and there are several people, who are who are literally here, caught on the other side, possibly not really finding a way to go back home. So, I do see several people who are stuck on the other side. As you see, common people over there, they are stuck on the other side. There are school children too who are stuck on the other side. They are possibly not really finding a way to reach back home or to reach home. So at this point in time, it seems like extremely crucial, extremely significant a moment. And moments from now, the protesters would be coming here. They would be assembling. Sir, one second. At a bacha okhane atke geche, sir. Okay, bear kore din, please. So there are children too who are stuck, which is a matter of fear. Because several people who are there, they are mostly adults, but I do get to see some children over there who are stuck. I'll ask my camera person to just focus on that side. If you can see, there are children who are now stuck over there, school uniform children, possibly they are trying to go back home. So yes, on the ground there is a situation which is building up. On the ground, as you see, there are people who are taking this position out here, and the forces are taking a position just to ensure that the protesters do not really come anywhere close, and they do not get to breach the barricades. So this barricade is extremely crucial. This barricade is extremely significant. If this falls, then protesters will find a way towards the state secretariat, and that's exactly what they are trying